Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for taking so long to do this Q&A. I actually did it a few days ago. I just wasn't happy with the result. You see, it seemed to drone on too much, so I decided to narrow down my list to the best of the best questions, the ones that I felt would be the most interesting to answer. With that said, I also wasn't in a perfect mood whenever I did the last Q&A. My life has been very awkward as of late. It's been strange. I had some serious complications in my life over the past few weeks and even months. So now that those are pretty much out of the way, and I'm actually feeling amazing today, just absolutely incredible, I've decided what better a time to finally get this Q&A out the door. So here is my list of questions, and I will answer them right now, just for you. Just for you. You. Not anyone else, just you, the one person watching this. Is there something you've always wanted to do but haven't? There's plenty of things. I can't even think of them all, but I'll just name the ones that are considered raunchy by most people, I guess. I've always wanted to try being bald. Just shave my hair off. All of it. Just boom. But I don't know if I would look good bald, so I've never done it. It takes forever to grow your hair back, so I might do it one day, but not right now. I just wouldn't feel very comfortable doing it just yet, but maybe someday. I am probably going to get it cut soon, though. It's getting a little out of control. My hair just gets totally out of control once it reaches a certain length, and kind of want to scale it back down. I'd also like to get a small tattoo somewhere, maybe on my wrist or on my ankle or something. I've considered piercings, but I could never pull off piercings because I am allergic to metal. Yeah, I know. Some people, they get kind of surprised when they hear that that's even possible. But yes, you can be allergic to metal. It's actually not metal in general. I'm allergic to nickel. And most metal compounds have nickel in it. They put nickel in fucking everything. It's ridiculous. Even, people wear copper rings because they think it helps their arthritis. That'll break me out. That'll give me a rash. It's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. But what can you do? There's not really anything else I can think of. I mean, there's tons of games I'd love to play, but just haven't because there's only so many hours in the day. I would also, oh my god, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I would love to make a full-length feature film one day. As my interests trend more towards film and more towards making videos on YouTube, I mean, I come from a programming background, but as I make more videos, it just keeps interesting me to make more stuff and take my creativity in new directions. And I would love to make films. And I've considered making short films here on Binge in the near future, but in general, it's just something I'm totally interested in. So maybe one day I could do that. I know films, they cost a lot of money, they take a lot of time and effort and work, but I'm only 19. I mean, I'm going to be 20 next May, so I've got plenty more years to make it happen. Favorite video game category. I'm going to go as broad as I can here because you didn't say genre or anything. I'm going to go ahead and say horror. As you can see by my shirt, I love horror games. I've only actually recently got into horror. I did not grow up with horror games. I didn't play hardly any horror games growing up. I played mostly shooters and RPGs and strategy, like, Warcraft and that sort of thing. So I've gotten into horror lately because I grew up watching horror movies. Horror was a huge part of my life. My dad taped, fucking hundreds of horror movies on VHS, and we had a whole closet full of them, and I would just go through those day by day and watch them. I'd watch Friday the 13th, the entire fucking series, if you can call it a series, as just strange and I don't even know how to phrase that. They don't continue. They're not conducive. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm not really into the whole slasher thing with, one guy has no motive at all, goes around killing people. I'm not really into that. I like the psychological horror. Fucking Event Horizon, amazing movie if you've never seen it. Event Horizon is one of my favorites. Sunshine, not really a horror, but that was a good movie. Had Cillian Murphy in it, one of my favorite recent actors. So I love horror movies, and recently horror games has become a huge thing with me. I'm so excited for this one right here, The Evil Within. I got to see it played at QuakeCon, and man, if there's one game I'm looking forward to other than Grand Theft Auto, it's that one. So, can't fucking wait for that game. Ugh. What are your thoughts on next-gen consoles? I think I've made this pretty clear, but I'll run them down just briefly. Xbox One, probably going to get it one day. I gotta, just so I can play Halo, you know? But it's not looking amazing. It's looking all right. I'm sure it'll do fine. It's an Xbox console after all. They're a household name by now, even if it's kind of, the reputation of it has deteriorated a bit. But overall, I think the Xbox One could work, and, you know, it'll do fine. Just got to get the money for it. I already pre-ordered my PS4, so you know where I stand on that. Pretty excited for that. The Wii U, man, I don't want to disappoint you, but I have absolutely no interest in that console. I bought it when it first came out. There was no games on it for a year. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting for anything to come out that I was interested in. Nothing happened, and I needed the money, so I just sold it. I needed the money, so I sold it to my friend George. He's going to probably be moving in with me in the next few weeks, though, so I'll get a chance to play it again. Maybe we could play some Pikmin together. So overall, just not interested in the Wii U. I'm sorry, but it's just, I'm not. Oh well. But overall, next-gen consoles, I could take them or leave them. What are your goals on YouTube? I don't really know. I never set rigid goals. I mean, there's one that I've kind of stuck with, which is by the end of this year, I'd like to reach 50,000 subscribers. But ultimately, the subscriber count really doesn't matter to me. The view counts don't really matter to me. I do this for the entertainment value. It entertains me to make videos, and if it's not entertaining me, I wouldn't do it. And that's partially why I haven't done it in recent weeks, because I've had this crippling depression and a lot of stuff going on in my life, and it just wasn't fun to make videos because I wasn't in the mood for it, and it was starting to coincide with the things that were going on in my life, and I did not want to ruin making videos for myself, so I took a break. So I don't really have any goals on YouTube. I mean, upward mobility is important. Just, you know, keep on trending upwards, keep on growing this channel and making it seen by more people. That way I get more feedback and more people are enjoying it. So that's important, but I'm not too obsessive over the whole, you know, statistics and stuff around it. I just want people to enjoy it. And whether I make money off of it, it's good to make money off of it because this is my ultimate career path, but I have other ways of acquiring money. I make websites and sell them. I sell stuff on eBay that, you know, I buy things at lower prices and sell them on eBay. I've been trying my hand at that, particularly with playing cards. So I have other sources of income, but YouTube, I'm not gonna ruin this channel with over advertising shit and running campaign after campaign just to make money off of YouTube. I'm gonna make money off of YouTube when it is tasteful, only when it is tasteful. I don't want to ruin the integrity or enjoyability of my videos in order to meet those means. But making money's all right too. I don't look down on people on YouTube who make money off of their videos because I do it, and these videos, I gotta tell you, they take a lot of work and effort to make. So when you see people put ads on their videos, don't automatically assume they're out to fill their pockets. They probably just want to break even, or they want to fund future videos. I mean, people turn YouTube into a career because it's enjoyable. It's what they want to do, and that's why I'm here. That's why I want YouTube to eventually maybe become my career, because I enjoy what I do. I enjoy making videos. And I want a job that I enjoy, you know what I mean? So my goal on YouTube is just to be successful, I guess, in a general broad sense. Do you play Civilization? No, but I'd love to. I've watched my friend Kenneth play it. It looks enjoyable. I grew up with a lot of strategy games and RTS games, so I could see myself playing it, just haven't got around to it. What do you like most about the Gears of War series? The story. There is so much tragedy in the Gears of War story. If you read the books in particular, in combination with the games, oh my god, it's so tragic. There's so much tragedy, and I love that. I love a tragic story. It's the most interesting thing to me. I don't like the happy endings and the oh, this is fun and everything turned out okay. That's why Twilight kind of irks me, but the tragedy in Gears of War is incredible. It's almost unparalleled among a lot of the story-driven shooters out there. Just thinking about it, it's so sad that Dom and Marcus have this brotherly connection, and as the people in their lives die off and dwindle, their bond together is like the last crutch for them. And when Dom finally, spoiler alert, when Dom finally dies, you really see Marcus break, and it's like, how is he gonna continue on? He doesn't have Dom anymore. That was the last reason he had. So it's a tragic story, and I fucking love that. Why are you so sexy? I think it's the beard more than anything. Nothing else really. That's about it. What are your favorite movies? I know I said I love horror, and there's a lot of horror movies up there at that list, but my favorite movies of all time are the Back to the Future movies. The Back to the Future trilogy is my absolute favorite trilogy, my favorite movies, and the first Back to the Future is my favorite movie of all time. I love those movies. They had a huge effect on me as a kid. They entertain me every time I watch them, and I notice something new every time I watch them. It's a huge part of me when it comes to my entertainment life. Back to the Future molded me in a lot of regards when I was a kid. I watched it like once a month or so for a while. It was huge for me. Are you ever going to do a PlayStation review? Yes, I am. The reason I haven't reviewed a game on PlayStation 3 yet is because my PS3 is not in great condition. I mean, it works, but it's not updated, and I think it might be modded because I was tinkering around with it like a while back. So I haven't touched it in a while. I haven't dusted it off, and I haven't really had any reason to. I mean, there's some great games on it. Don't get me wrong. I would love to play Last of Us. I just haven't had the time, and I've had more other games to review, so I haven't really put the effort into hopping on my PS3 and seeing what I can do with it. But I'm getting a PS4, so I'll probably review some games on that for sure. I do plan to review PlayStation games. I don't have a bias towards them. It's just I haven't had the inclination or the need to or the desire. Sorry. It's gonna happen in the future though. Don't you worry, Sony fans. It's gonna happen. Game of the year. What is my game of the year of this year so far, at least, because it's not the end of the year yet. As far as the games I've already played, it would have to be BioShock Infinite. I have not had a chance to play Last of Us. I'm sure if I did play it, that would definitely rank up. I mean, people are going fucking nuts about that game, or at least they were. So right now it'd have to be BioShock Infinite just because that's the best one I've played so far this year. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get this out of the way. I know Last of Us seemed amazing, but I'm sorry, folks. It's not gonna get Game of the Year. It's got a chance, but let's be perfectly honest and just say, yeah, Grand Theft Auto's gonna get it. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 4 swept the nominations. Red Dead Redemption swept the nominations. Everything Rockstar touches that is as big a project as this always gets Game of the Year. So yeah, guys, Grand Theft Auto 5's probably gonna get it. That's what my money's on, and I haven't played it yet because it's not out yet, but I bet you when it does come out and when I do play it, I'm probably gonna tend to agree. I'm probably gonna absolutely adore that game, and I'm gonna be playing it quite a lot. So I'm not gonna say that's my game of the year so far because it'd be unfair, but that's my assumption. That's my assumption, at least right now. Do you have a girlfriend? I try to keep personal things off of this channel, but My other vlog channel is, I haven't really given it out here yet, and I probably will in the future once I have more time to work on it. But I want to do vlogs, but I don't want to get personal here on Game Binge, not that much anyways. I want to keep it gaming oriented, or at least in some regard. And I don't want to work on that other vlog channel yet, because I know it's going to be a lot of work when I finally do. But I'll go ahead and delve a little bit into my personal life here. The reason my YouTube career as of late has been patchy, and the reason I have had such an awkward life and had a lot of crippling depression and areas of depression and really ups and downs is because my last relationship had problems. I'm not going to go into them. Maybe that's something for my vlog channel in the future, but let's just say it went to shit. It didn't end well. It ended pretty gruesomely, let me put it that way. So, then I was a bachelor for a while. That was nice, I guess. And had I answered this question in my last Q&A, I probably would have put in like a little, wink or something to the audience, because I know the person I was interested in probably would have watched the Q&A. But I was pursuing someone. For the past few weeks, I've been pursuing someone because I've been really interested in them. It's someone that I liked when I went to school with them, and I've always had a lot of interest in, because they're smart, they're similar to me, and they just in general fit in lockstep with all of my different tastes when it comes to women. And I can safely say, ladies and gentlemen, that I am not single. It has been going well with this person. It has been going extremely well, and that is why I'm in such an amazing mood today. I think that's enough information. I'll move on to the next question. What are your religious insights? Oh boy, I should not have put this on the list. As you can imagine, since I work with The Amazing Atheist, and I am a member of Not Productive, and I've been making content for that channel, I do know TJ, and I enjoy the guy's company. I love him to death. Like, I honestly respect him more than I respect pretty much any other YouTuber here on YouTube. That was pretty fucking stupid. But, yes, I am an atheist. You saw it coming, guys. I'm sorry. You saw it coming. I'm sure I've got some religious watchers out there, but my experience with religion has not been a good one. I grew up here in Texas, and I grew up as a really logical, liberal person, and I just ultimately went away from religion at a very young age. It just never interested me, and I faced a lot of persecution from it, and with religion, I have not had the best of experiences with. So, yes, I'm an atheist. Is it a huge part of my life? No, not really. I'm not a vehemently anti-religious atheist. I think people can believe whatever they want so long as they keep it away from me, so long as I can live my life as I choose. And thankfully, all the religious people in my life are pretty awesome about it. They don't force it on me. They don't force their values and their morals on me, and I can live the way I want to live, even with all the religious people that I know in my life. I have no problem with religious people, so, if you're religious and you watch my videos and you enjoy them, I absolutely love that, and I'm really glad to have you here. I will never force my beliefs on you. I will never make atheism a thing with this channel. I will never... It's not that big a part of my personality, to be honest. It's just the answer to a question. Do I believe in God? No. That's it. None of it really informs my personality. It's just who I am. So yeah, we can get along totally fine whether you're religious or not. Those are my religious insights, and I'm sticking to them. Next question. Will you review Grand Theft Auto 5 when it comes out? Yeah, obviously, yes. Yes, of course, I'm going... Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to review Grand Theft Auto 5. You can be sure of that. I am so hyped for that game. If you were to make a game, what kind would it be? A horror game, probably. I mean, I've made games in the past. I've made Flash games. You may not know that about me, but I was a web developer before I was a YouTuber, and I did make Flash games for various websites. So I have made games before. I haven't made a full-length, serious title, but I have made small little Flash games in my spare time. And if I ever made a serious game, and I have considered it, I do come from a programming background and I do love the idea. If I did make a serious game, it would be a horror game probably, because as you know, I love horror games. Have you watched TJ's content? If so, what do you think about it? TJ, for those of you who don't know him, is the Amazing Atheist here on YouTube. He's the one that runs Not Productive, the other channel that I post videos to. I love TJ's videos. I've been watching his videos since, like, I think late 2006, early 2007. I absolutely love his videos. He makes a lot of great points in them. He's really entertaining. He's a fucking hilarious guy. And you may not know this about him, but he's also a nice guy. He's really nice and really fun to work with. Like, honestly, he gets a bad rep here on YouTube, but honestly, he is a great person. He's an awesome person. I have nothing but respect for the guy and nothing but respect for his videos. There are few people here on YouTube that I respect as equally as I do the Amazing Atheist. He's up there, man. He's up there. I mean, he says what he believes and he says what he wants to say without an interest in whether it will offend people. He says he's willing to put himself at risk. He's willing to put his channel at risk just to say what he honestly believes. And that is something that I totally can get behind and I totally fucking respect above all else. Saying what you want to say and doing, looking, acting, conducting yourself how you want to act. That's why I got a job on YouTube. I don't want a serious job where I walk in, I wear a suit and tie, I put on a uniform, and I do what my boss tells me. I hate that idea. I want to be my own person. I want to be myself. And that's what Amazing Atheist does, and I respect him a lot for it. So, yes, I watch his content. Yes, I think it's awesome, and yes, I like the guy. That's about all that I have to say. That's the last question. I hope you enjoyed this question and answer video. I will try to make more in the future. Thanks to those of you who asked very compelling and interesting questions that were fun to answer. To those of you who didn't get a question answered, I apologize. It's just I really had to prune my list and make sure I only answered the most interesting questions that I could possibly find. Just because the video would have been long and it would have been droning and no one would have liked it as much and not as many people would have watched. I mean, the last question and answer video I did was like 40 or 50 minutes. So if you want to see a more long and arduous question and answer video, you can go check that one out. I just wanted to make sure this one was entertaining above all else. So I'll see you in the near future. I'll probably do another question and answer video in a month or two. Just stay tuned for it, and maybe I'll give out my vlog channel and start working on that in the near future, just if you're interested. So stay tuned for that as well. Cheers. I'll see you later.